Hello and welcome back to Rogue Trader. It is time for us to head to the Koronus Expanse map and do something that we have done many times before at the start of an episode, find somewhere to go. So let's head out into the overworld here and figure out what we're going to do. So, we know that Darkonus is somewhere that we should be going at some point soon, because we've got quests to go to Darkonus. And we also have quests that we just got in the previous episode that assumed that we had already been to Darkonus. So is this it over here? That's Aldari Survivors. Where is Darkonus? Is this Darkonus? Yes. Okay, so maybe we should try and get to Mundus Valancius. Okay. That seems reasonable. How are we going to get there? Well, we haven't been to Muro 79 yet. Maybe what we should do is we should work our way up here. Either that or go to Pillars of Viridis and try and head up that way. But I think if we head this way, we might be able to find something. So let's head Langren's Belt, lower the difficulty, go here, and then head here, and then see where things go. I'm assuming that links to this and links all around. But yeah, let's make an effort to actually go towards our goal. Because if we can go towards our goal, then maybe, we can get some other objectives. So, let's warp travel over here. Alright, nothing happened. That is fine. We'll go for an unsafe route here. Cool. And we will travel. Ooh, something happened. Alright, we're on the bridge. Is this a minor encounter? Like a minor combat? I don't know. I know that we're loading, though. Oh, no, this isn't something happening in our room. Hello? And who's that over there? There's somebody in here as well. Genusian Lacerax. A pungent animal scent hits your nose. A huge predator materializing out of nowhere in the middle of your chamber studies you with its unblinking gaze. Cautiously look around. You see nothing to indicate where the strange new marvel has come from. The animal tracks your every move. Something about you seems to have captured its attention. You have no idea what. There's a good pet. The beast tentatively flexes its tail. It's Jay. Hello. Sit there, Sirocco, and be a good girl. Oh, have you two already met, Shireen? What's going on? I am giving you a gift, Shireen. Isn't it obvious? Should I put a ribbon around her? Generous hearts do not hide their feelings, but shower their nearest and dearest with gifts. I won't deny it, choosing a gift worthy of the Rogue Trader wasn't easy, but I tried my best. Do you like her? Where did you get her? I hired hunters to catch me a suitable beast in the jungles of Yanis. She cost me 7 times what she weighs. But the Exalted One does not send us friends so that we can be stingy with our affections, does he? Is she house-trained at all? She is a fast learner. Jay is suddenly cagey. I've already taught her a command, don't eat. Why would you give me a Lacerax? Can you think of a better pet for a rogue trader? Laceraxes are fearsome, strong, and proud creatures, just like you. You will strike awe into the hearts of your guests when they see you have tamed so wild and dangerous a creature, and if anyone ever misbehaves, you can always feed them to the Lacerax, and it will be most impressive. Admit it, it's a magnificent accessory. What's her name? I like the name Sirocco. It is the name of a deadly wind that originates in the hottest deserts of Efreet, but you are her owner, so you should name her. Well, we could call her Death, Beauty, Dargona, Bravora, or Sirocco. I have to name this pet Sirocco, and the reason I have to name it Sirocco is when we were playing Kingmaker, the first of Owlcat Games, I basically just used that move over and over and over. There was a spell called Sirocco that I basically used over and over and over again to eventually allow us to complete the game. So Sirocco is fitting. this being an Owlcat game. Excellent. A proud animal deserves a proud name. Knowledgeable people will hear the name and feel even greater respect for the one who has leashed this force of nature. Thank you for the gift. I knew you would approve, Shireen. Jai claps her hands loudly and the animal whips around at the noise with predatory interest. I think she will be shown off to her best advantage next to your throne. So we're keeping the pet next to our throne? This was not what I expected as an interruption, but okay, maybe there'll be something interesting that will happen with this. Maybe if someone displeases me, I can feed them to the Lacerax. I see, it does live here. Ah, I can stroke it. Alright, well, I think we can move on. That was odd, but cool. Okay. Chart new routes. Oh, okay. Cool. So it does head to Mundus Nullius, so I think there's a chance these connect. I do see that we have one route that came from here, which is red, but I don't think a red route is what we want to go for. So yeah, let's head up here and see what we can find. Okay. So a quick save, and then we'll have a look around the system. This one? Scan. It's Prisoners of Ice. A strange and frightening discovery was made at one of the sites in this frozen world. Countless human bodies suspended in the clear ice of a glacier. The bodies showed no signs of injury. It was as if they dived into liquid water the moment before it turned into solid ice, freezing them in place with their eyes wide open and their hair fanning out behind them. Searches uncovered nothing that could explain this mystery. Oh. Okay. Cool. Well, we will leave it be then. It will simply be weird. Let's head over this way and to whatever this planet is. Scan. Okay, it's more plasteel, which we don't need. And then this one. Explorator Station. Explorator Void Station. When the Rogue Trader's ship approaches the Adeptus Mechanicus Void Station, it is met with hostile scrutiny of the station's defense lasers. An explorator Lex Mechanic, who introduced himself as Service Unit 42, dispassionately inquires how the station can be of use to the Rogue Trader. So, if we had cargo torpedoes, we could plunder the station. I see. Give trans-uranium elements to the Adeptus Mechanicus or propose a trade of resources. Let's propose a trade of resources with the explorators. Upon consulting data from the station's main cogitator, Lex Mechanic Service Unit 42 confirms the station requires rare trans-uranium elements or natural gas for research of an undisclosed nature. For its part, the station cannot offer the Rogue Trader anything exchanged at the moment, but the Adeptus Mechanicus representative in Footfall will certainly repay him for his aid. Let's go with doing that then. Lex Mechanic Unit 42 presents the Rogue Trader with a special missile that has been blessed in accordance with the Machine Cult Liturgy and expresses his hope for future cooperation. Okay, that's not what he just said I could get stuff at Footfall. Doesn't really say if we got anything or not. Is there a log? Cargo change notifications. Yeah, so I assume it means that I can get stuff at Footfall if I go back. Because that's what it said. I don't know, it seems to be giving us stuff in, like, story-wise, but it doesn't actually give us anything. Seems weird. Anyway, let's head to Mundus Nullius. Let's go. When the Lord Captain arrived on the bridge during the warp jump, he found the on-duty officers in a state of utter confusion. They claimed they had been receiving orders from the bridge for several minutes, orders authorized by the Rogue Trader. But the Lord Captain had been absent. Curiously, the orders had been signed by the late Theodora von Valancius. After a thorough investigation, the tech priests attributed the strange incident to the whims of the machine spirits. Okay, we left the hostile Imperium and returned to real space. I'll chart new routes here. Hey, we got an orange route that connects there. That's fantastic. So now we have a way of reaching this system. That's what we like to see. Now let's visit. Okay, so I'm gonna head over here. Also, apologies if I'm silent for just a couple of seconds. I got a slight cold, so I'm just muting every now and then. But hopefully nothing too much. Did that do anything? What did that do? We found 20 scrap. Okay, cool. Let's head up here and see what we got. Begin scan. We have a Valley of Sleep. The crew has discovered a hidden valley littered with thousands of animal skeletons. Augur data suggests that some kind of sleeping gas vents here. It's likely the animals either don't realize that they're headed for a deadly trap or even come here to die on purpose. So we can study the gas or stay away. Let's study the gas. After a series of experiments, the ship's weaponsmiths managed to perfect a few different types of ammunition. Hey, we got some stuff. So we got some cloud gas grenades. Okay, should probably use some of those at some point, but anyway. That's got weird symbols on top of it. What's this? Oh, that's a Hulk. Well, we'll go to that in a bit then. The augurs have detected a wreckage in the voidship's vicinity, but the exact nature of this wreckage remains unclear. Look for the source of the wreckage. The augur crew reports that it has registered no evidence of a disaster that could have produced such debris. Alright, let's pick up several pieces of it then. Some of the wreckage is made of plasteel. The rest is some unknown material. Studying the fragments further is now impossible due to the severe corrosive damage. Non-metallic fragments also bear burn marks. Continue on our voyage. Oh, that was that thing. Oh, okay. This is what I thought I clicked on. Has some plasteel on it, the most common material in the universe. Here. Scan. Nothing. Okay. And then down here, what have we got? We have... Ooh. Smuggler's cash. We got medikits and some stims. Okay. Neat. Right, let's head to the map. And then we're going to head to Darkonus, I think. Yeah. It was actually fairly easy once we decided we were going here to get here. Let's go. Unsafe. And warp travel. Go. Okay. Chart new routes. Ooh, so we discovered a new place up here and a few places link off, but now we can head into Darkonus itself. Lord Captain, Master Helmsland on the line. I can report that the quest for the capital world of the Von Valansis dynasty is finally at an end. Darkonus is straight ahead. We have received countless greetings. Your subjects would like to know when their master will be arriving. The merchant captain's taken refuge in the orbital docks of Darkonus, race to send you priceless, welcoming gifts, hoping to buy your favour, and to make an impression on the rogue trader. Tell Darkonus the rogue trader is coming home. It will be done, Lord Captain. After the connection to the Master Helmsman is cut, the device crackles with Heinrich's voice. Lord Captain, I will be pleased to accompany you during your visit to Darkonus, so I can personally introduce Achilles Scalandar, a servant of the Golden Throne who previously attended Lady Theodora on Darkonus. I am counting on your benevolence. The Voxcast ends with a click. Okay, well we'll go to all these places in a second. Let's first of all go to this place and scan it. Oh, we have some phlogiston. Is that what we needed? Okay, let's try and open it here. There we go. Is that what we needed? No, we need Xenotech for this one, for shadowy dealings. Okay, and we need people for this one, so we don't need phlogiston at all. Okay. Scan. Nothing. Okay. How did this world look before it was enveloped in this fiery shroud? Was it your ancestors Elentak who disgorged its core in some ill-considered act? I don't know. Very judgmental. Guess that is your whole thing, though. Scan. Nothing. Okay. Now the Adeptus Mechanicus ship. We might as well go to that first. Sure. Let's go there. Lord Captain, a transport shuttle bearing the markings of the Adeptus Mechanicus is approaching the ship. Magos Tarsus' delegation intends to board our ship and gain an audience with your lordship. This is exactly how they phrased it. He intends, not humbly requests. Okay. Many of my tech comrades neglect diplomacy when interacting with the laity. It is regrettable. What do they want? The honourable servants of the Omnissiah have ignored our request. Such arrogance is hardly trivial, as it rather appears to be part of their intimidation tactics. Okay. Well, receive the delegation. They may indeed be here on important business. It will be done, Lord Captain. We're not going to be petty. Requesting permission to be present at the audience granted to my tech comrades. Ooh, we have to choose a group. Oh, now that's interesting. Well, I guess they could be hostile then. Let's go Argenta Cassia. Sure. Let's see how this looks. Ooh, why would they be hostile to me, I wonder? Interesting. Oh, I need to find them in here? Okay. Hello? They definitely look like they're hostile by the way that they're laid out. Let's see, maybe it's only an option to be hostile. Have we been here, by the way? I assume we'd be... Yeah, actually this is the room where... This is the tutorial room. Because if we go along here... Yeah, there. This was the tutorial room. This makes sense. A group dressed in the crimson of the priesthood of Mars walks towards you. Their gazes are fixed on Pascal. You know the group is not monolithic. Some of its members are more heavily armed and follow a large tech priest clad in battle armor. Others keep a respectful distance and cast inquiring looks at their own leader, whose hunched posture belies his tall frame. Despite the hood hiding his face, you recognize him as Opticon 22, whom you encountered on Footfall. The enormous tech priest points his hand at Pascal and lets out a booming roar not unlike a factory alarm. Makes your very bones vibrate. Herald servo skulls marked with the emblem of the cog follow in his wake. They blare shrilly. Thou shalt not suffer a heretek in thy forge, for rust begets rust. Pascal Hanuman, in the name of the Adeptus Mechanicus, you are under arrest. The hunched servant of the Omnissiah turns to you. Diplomacy mode engaged. Announcement. The Adeptus Mechanicus offer their apologies / would like to inform you of the necessity of conducting an operation to detain / arrest / terminate a faulty unit in the rogue trader's territory. So I can study the 2 tech priests of Mars. Let's do that. You identify the rare armor the enormous tech priest is wearing as a Secutor's plated mechanized suit. It carries the imprints of many battles and has markings that announce its status as a relic. Some of the armor's damage looks fairly severe to the point of endangering its operation. The slivers of flesh revealed under the steel are marked with terrible chemical burns. Every now and then, convulsions shake the tech priest's body, and a painful hissing sound, or a painful sounding hiss, comes from his vox. The tall tech priest who spoke to you looks more peaceful and makes a point of not drawing his weapon. There's an air of concern about the way he frequently glances over at his fellow, scrutinizing his condition. Well, who are you? In a burst of chattering, the server skulls hasten to translate their master's mighty binaric howl. An instrument of the Omnissiah authorized to punish and exact vengeance, known by the designation Tarsus Hanuman. Oh, another one. Identification codes recognized and confirmed. These units are who they declare themselves to be. On what charges are you trying to arrest a member of my retinue? This Heretek is accused of stealing personal identification codes, spreading tech heresy on the world of Kiavagama, and making an attempt on the life of a servant of the Omnissiah. The deafening roar from the tech priest Vox makes you grimace in pain. You touch your ear and notice blood on your fingers. The faulty unit will be removed. In the name of the Omnissiah, I condemn you. Lightning flashes across the warrior's armor. Agony resounds in the blare of his Vox alarm. Heretek, a tech priest who has renounced the dogmas of the cult Mechanicus in favor of delving into forbidden, chaos-tainted technologies. Okay. In contrast, Pascal speaks quietly and coldly. You are malfunctioning, tech comrade. I deem your logical conclusions questionable. This statement is false. Tech brother Tarsus Hanuman is willingly undergoing holy/torment/deterioration, which however does not affect / does not critically affect his cognitive capacity for data analysis. Unit calling itself Pascal Hanuman, we have information that implicates you. Having learned that you are a member of the retinue / a maintenance specialist in the service / of rogue trader von Valancius, we have come here with the goal of meeting you / intercepting you / engaging you in combat. Grimace, does a big fellow have to roar? Do you have proof that the tech priest is who he claims to be? Okay. Well, let's see. Let's start with. Does the big fellow have to roar? Negative. Upon completing his sanctification, sanctification procedure, tech priest Tarsus vowed / modified his engrammatic augmetic algorithms in order / never to / desecrate / sully / tarnish his / mouth / vox / cognitive process with flesh speak. The server skulls screech. Mine is a pure and binaric tongue that preserves only what is true and shuns scrap data. Are you saying that this bloodthirsty hulk is a saint? The statement is true. Brother Tarsus has the honor of wearing / authorization to wear the sacred battle harness that belonged to Magos militant Ospector Gracchus, one of the first champions of the faith / holy scouts, to join the cause of conquering the Koronus Expanse. After his death / the termination of his vital functions at the hands of Xenos, his damaged Goliath-class armor was preserved and given the status of a relic. The Adeptus Mechanicus regard this act as voluntary martyrdom / self-destruction for the glory of the Deus Mechanicus. This battle harness is classified as cogni armor. The machine spirit living in it is strong and wise, but it took major damage in the course of Magos Gracchus' last battle. Besides sacred litanies and imperatives of service to the Omnissiah, the armor broadcasts a continuous signal of suffering and agony into tech brother Tarsus' mind. Do you have proof that the tech priest is who he claims to be? Confirmed. According to the archive entry 1E99237, Magus Explorator Tarsus Hanuman served on / maintained the ship identifier classified in the capacity of reliquary caretaker. He sustained extensive damage in both the organic and the sacred part of his body in a series of sacrilegious breaches of the right of operation / an assassination attempt. Owing to the statistically fortunate coincidence / by the Omnissiah's grace, enough of his operational capacity was preserved for him to don a Goliath model sacred battle harness, which would preserve his vital functions / functionality. Archive entry personally data sealed by the captain of identifier classified. The sound from the tech priest Vox is like the moan of a bending steel beam. A servo skull declares, "For vengeance, I thirst as I tread the path of vengeance, following a blasphemous miscreant's bloody tracks." Analysis of the security system showed that the assassins/heretics infiltrated the reliquary using Brother Tarsus's unique identification code. Someone had stolen/duplicated Brother Tarsus's identity, which is a grade 3 transgression, and the unit making the allegedly criminal claim of being Pascal Hahnemann is known to have previously used/entered the stolen code. Okay, wait a minute, what's happening on Kiava Gamma? That planet belongs to me. According to Vox interception data, the planet's fabricator sensor made incorrect/blasphemous modifications to the Manufactorum working procedures, which qualifies as a lapse into sacrilege. The Adeptus Mechanicus are hereby officially notifying House von Valancius of having commenced an investigation into/operation to remove fabricator sensor Cubus Delphum. Estimated time to procedure completion 3.7 solar years. Our data suggests that the unit, which used Magos Explorator Hahnemann's identification code, performed an unauthorized upgrade on the planetary Vox array and introduced data deemed to be scrap code into its operation. This fact points to this unit's criminal complicity with the Heretek, Cubus Delphum. Okay, what do you have to say to this, Pascal? Pascal replies firmly, his Vox crackling with a hint of indignation. I deny these charges. I never plotted against my tech comrade. My cognitive purity vows were never distorted. My unique identification code was never stolen. I am the true Magos Explorator Hahnemann, and I am not guilty. The tech priest's deep guttural roar blends with the servo skull's high-pitched whine. False witness. I'm not handing Pascal over to you unless I see evidence. Let us get to the bottom of this matter together. Request approved. Ready to work in cooperative mode. Tarsus gives you a haughty look and lets out a howl of wrath. Archiving. Tech Brother Tarsus opposes lay participation in investigation/search for truth. The unit Opticon 22 advises in favor of House von Valancius representatives' participation request. We should do this in private. The big chap is creating friction. Insist on a joint investigation. Arresting a rogue trader's retinue member without any justification stands in breach of the law and my privileges under the warrant of trade. Or persuasion that Pascal has accompanied me on my travels and can swear that he's no criminal. I'm going to use my lore Imperium. I'm going to say that arresting a rogue trader's retinue member without any justification stands in breach of the law and my privileges under the warrant of trade. That makes sense. Request for cooperation reviewed and accepted. I request Tech Brother Tarsus's consent to the participation of representatives of the House von Valancius dynasty in the investigation procedures. A sacrilegious conspiracy. I refuse help from laypersons. I am a cog in the Deus Mechanicus that grinds down corruption, and I will carry out the sentence immediately. Oh. Pascal freezes, but green sparks light up his visor. He extends a hand towards Tarsus and replies in a clanging voice, "Let the cycle be discontinued." You realize Pascal's words are coming from both his own Vox and Tarsus's, and then every sensor in the executioner's battle harness lights up at once blindingly, and the wounded armored Leviathan lets out a deafening roar of pain. Attention, priority notification. Service units of the Kappa Thread supply line are unauthorized to confront the rogue trader. Command, retreat and initiate negotiations. Okay. So they're running away. And he's going to wreak punishment upon us in the name of the Deus Mechanicus.
Out of you.
Okay. Interesting. So basically they're not authorized to be involved, so they've run. And now we're facing Tarsus. Okay. Tarsus is a level 4 human. He has embraced the machine, but he also has rejected the flesh. We can potentially do something with this. Yeah, okay. At the end of each turn, this creature suffers 10 direct damage, but also gains stacking +5 bonus. At the end of its turn, the creature makes 1 attack against everyone within its melee range. Ooh. Okay, does not have its own resolve and has no influence on momentum. Okay, well, that's fine. I just wanted to have a look. Oh wait, what's his armor? Not that high, not as high as you would think. And then we have some servitors and then some sharpshooters and adepts. Okay, well we get to go first. Then there's a whole bunch of people that get to go. Then Heinrichs and the rest go at last, which is truly awful. So is there some cover I want to be behind? I guess I could make my way along here and shoot in from the side. So let's maybe move ourselves like here. Heinrich still goes after a bunch of people, but he could maybe go here on the assumption that we want him behind some cover. Argenta, I mean, you're going to be right up here, unfortunately. Abelard. Let's maybe stick Abelard here. Get him ready to move in. I don't know. And then Cassia. Cassia's going to be behind this big cover around here. We can move her at the start of her turn a little bit closer if we need to. Pascal, it doesn't really matter whether you're in cover or not, but it would make sense for you to be around here, actually. Yes, maybe stick Pascal in here. Maybe 1 square away just to stop some AoE. Actually, let's swap these two. There we go. Oh. Now I can't swap them. Okay, well, let's not swap these two then. Let's do that. Okay, that looks fine. Start the battle. So, what did we get? We got the one that allows people to move into the combat area. Not that useful. We're going to do frontline. Frontline is going to be here. We want it to contain where Heinrichs is. That's okay. I would love to kill zone, maybe even overwhelming that frontline area. Backline is going to be here so she can get dodge. And then rear. Rear, I guess, is going to be here. Actually, rear could be here, and then we can that would allow him to get some buffs if he attacked. Yeah, let's stick rear there. Weirdly, we'll stick rear at the front. And a kill zone stratagem that area. I'm going to overwhelming stratagem this area. So overwhelming provides debuffs if they're hit. Kill zone is the one that means they have to re-roll successful parry and dodge attempts. I'm assuming that people might try and attack Abelard and then he can get that there. We're then going to analyze enemies on Tarsus.
Who if not me?
We're going to chuck in one of these joint analysis so that if they have an exploit, then they get 6 more damage from other people. I'm going to go around the edge and I'm going to see who I can hit.
Idea.
I might just shoot that one right there. Sure.
It's as good as done.
Wasn't thinking it was going to be huge damage, but there we go. Why did you move into melee range? That was very foolish of you. He just lowered Abelard's armor. Luckily, that's not his main defensive technique.
Abelard.
Why would you come into melee range to use analyze enemies? It seems like that is broken. Okay. That's fine. Tarsus attacking Argenta. Not ideal.
I'm not
Oh,
interested.
she did get hit again. Even less ideal. Okay. Heinrichs. Let's start with a Word of the Emperor. Hitting as many people as possible. But yeah, I guess I get just the frontline lot is the one that I want to hit. Then I'm going to do Shield of the Emperor. There we go. Hammer of the Emperor.
Glory.
Keeps stacking bonuses. I could charge into him here. What's his charge? Charge is 2. You know what I might do instead? I'm going to buff us.
But of course,
So buff himself.
Lord Captain.
I'm going to go there, and I'm going to attack in like this. That way we're hitting the weak spot. Also, is this just because it's a force weapon here? There was a patch to this game, by the way, today. I did not read anything in the patch, but maybe it added some more symbols. That might be why I haven't seen it.
Everyone, step aside.
Let's hit him. Parried. That's okay. At least he's in there. Which is alright. Okay. Again, it doesn't seem to be working the way it should here. Servitor moves forward. We dodged. Nice. Other servitor runs to Abelard. That's okay. Argenta. Now, we can actually run away here. Because we can dash. Just need to figure out how I want to handle things here. Yeah, I kind of want to dash over. Yeah, I guess I want to just dash out as far as I can and maybe try and make it to here. I'd still have to run past that guy. Let's run out here with dash. Okay. And then I was trying to see if there was a way I could get this to work for us. Don't think there is. Okay. Yeah. We try something like this. So shoot.
I'll do it.
Do that, which now gets us yeah, that'll get us a bunch of momentum. Okay. Reload is free if we want to reload.
Doubt is for the weak.
Okay. How much is wildfire? Wildfire is 3. Doesn't actually matter though, because I'm going to use run and gun.
Commands, I act.
Get up here. Then maybe try devastating attack. If it hits, we'll cause all targets to make a toughness resistance test. Okay. And if it is piercing or rending, it will cause them to be bleeding and slowed. See, I was thinking head out here, do something like that and hit them all, but also do this first. Yeah, let's do that.
The enemies of the Emperor will be undone.
Devastating attack. And fire.
For you, my Emperor.
Oh, it caused them all to go prone? Wait a second. It shouldn't do that, right? Wait, what? Oh, because it was impact damage. No, it does do that. Oh, I thought it was piercing, but her thing does impact damage? What does it say that? Bolt. It must be under bolt. It must be something to do with bolt. Bolt must do impact damage. Okay, well, we knocked them all prone. That's pretty good. Yeah. That worked pretty well. Okay, then reload.
I'll do it.
And then I guess that's the end of your turn. Abelard? Oh yeah, so they've definitely changed the symbols in the patch. So I would love to get Abelard over here, but we could attack that guy while he's down. Let's hit like this. Okay. Then he can't really do anything else. Let's go for defensive stance. So if he gets attacked and he parries, he can parry back. Let's go for bulwark for more defensive stuff.
At your beck
And then some endure for extra temporary wounds. And then I'll do this so that I can give Argenta a bonus. So this bonus should be deflection, which would be nice. Right, end turn. She's not really in the best position. I could try and give her another turn, I suppose. Still doesn't make her in a good position, though. Okay, head round here.
Be
Buff
careful
Argenta.
not to cross my gaze.
We're then going to reveal the light, maybe, on her. Actually, no, we should do this so she gets an extra turn first. Let's inspire. We're then going to
Me?
give
If you
her
insist,
another
Lord
turn.
Captain.
Does give her a dash, which could be useful. We could dash out of the way here. Want to. We should do this first, though. Yeah, so wildfire dash is what we should do here. Wildfire means that this this counts as a new type of attack, even though it's the same one we just used.
This is why I was chosen.
Okay. Oh, we then got extra movement for hitting, which is definitely nice. Try and get all the way over there, or we can try and get past here. Let's try and get all the way over here, and then like dash. That's not even cover. Okay. How about here and then dash into this bit of cover?
Guided by
That works
faith.
for me. Cool. That seems good. Right, end turn. I then wanted to give her extra toughness and
I am a
willpower
navigator,
in order
not a
to boost
servitor.
up her health even more. And then that'll do. Yeah. You haven't got anything, have you? This costs more than 1 AP? Oh. No, she had 0 AP. This just costs 0. Oh, okay. Pascal? I'm thinking reject the flesh. Makes a lot of sense here. Just for... it reduces the damage of the boss and then reduces a ton more stuff. Do this buff as well if we want to.
The scriptural prognosis is favorable.
Get to the other side of that guy. And then... hit like this, maybe?
Request approved.
Let's do that. Cool. Overwhelming stratagem did trigger, and they failed. One of them failed their willpower resistance test, so they get the negatives of overwhelming stratagem, which are the weapon skill is lowered, and their MP is reduced. Okay, that's good. And then that seems like a good turn for you. Hey, it's our turn. We could head here. Kill zone stratagem here.
Let's make some opportunities.
Then I was thinking just shoot through like this. Well, let's start by reducing his
You should
armor
feel
and
honored
stuff.
to witness this.
Nice, that seems good. Maybe overwhelming stratagem in the same
see
area.
to it personally.
Okay. Then we will also
I'll
joint
make it
analysis to increase our allies' damage. Stick one of these on to increase our damage. Use surefire plan to further increase our damage. Then shoot them.
On it.
I was kind of hoping that would over-penetrate onto Tarsus, but whatever, it didn't. Cassia now gets a turn because a heroic action has now been used. Okay. Well, she should use Voice of Command to
Isn't
give
this
Abelard
a
a
job for
buff,
the serfs?
followed by Glimpse of Fate for Argenta. Just continue trying to keep her alive. Good. These guys are all prone, so they all missed their turn. Brutal Strike does hit, but we parried. He did get attacked again. Parried. Oh, parry gets countered, so we then attack in here. He then attacked again. Oh, this is because he's attacking everyone in melee range. Oh, including his ally. I didn't realize that, but that's very funny. Okay. If I use this, do I get hit?
object to it.
I don't know. Let's find out. No? Okay.
Let's see to
Hammer
it.
of the Emperor. Just keep stacking Emperor abilities. Then probably
For the
increase your
throne's
temporary
glory.
wounds. And then I want to hit him. So that only costs 1, but let's make it. Let's go for aim for the opening, which will make an opening on this
I
side.
won't object to it.
You have a 100% chance of hitting. If I hit with this, we'll do more damage, and it's still 100%.
Naturally.
133 damage. Wonderful. If he'd taken 3 more damage, he would be dead right now because of kill zone stratagem. We got a parry that worked. Okay. Reload for free. Oh no, reload costs 1. Never mind. It's not completely free here. Shoot.
As the Emperor commands, I act. Eradicated.
That guy's dead. This give me an extra attack. It would. Yeah, so head out. Switch weapon. Head here. wildfire.
without deeds is worthless.
So now I should be able to do this shot, yeah. And shoot them.
Doubt is for the
Nice. And then head back into cover.
As the Emperor commands, I act.
Wonderful. Abelard. Hit him.
Victory is.
Nice.
It
Bulwark.
will be done.
Then extra
At your beck and
temporary
call.
wounds. Then defensive stance, which will then allow us to counter. Okay, Cassia. I can now give Abelard another turn. So let's inspire him. And then give him another turn.
I'm not accustomed to being ordered
So his
around.
stats are now even more insane. Kill.
Indeed. One fewer target.
Okay. Good. Wait, can I now do this on his secondary turn? Oh, I can. Wonderful.
My place
Head
is at
here.
the fore.
Attack.
Someone else can do this.
Wonderful. Now head over here. And kill. Wonderful. That worked. Opticon 22 coming back. Requesting cessations of hostilities. Let's point to Tarsus. Help your brother. The unit that called itself Tarsus Hanuman is dead / has been disabled. The material asset is beyond restoration or reuse as spare parts. After a pause, Pascal bows his head and a Beinhardt Requiem pours out of his vox. Despite his misconceptions, he was a servant of the Omnissiah. Pascal, what have you done to Tarsus? Pascal's confused reply comes from his vox in a rasp. Unable to fulfill request. The Omnissiah granted me an epiphany, and I muted the maimed machine spirit that was filling Tarsus's mind with fury. I do not fully understand the manner of my appeal to it. The situation perfectly mirrors the incident on Rykad Minoris, where I appealed to the machine spirit of a malfunctioning mechanism and laid it to rest. I'm sorry that you had to kill a comrade. I also regret / have negative assessment of this event. The Adeptus Mechanicus still accused the unit identifying itself as Pascal Hahnemann of criminal theft of a unique identification code. Unlike Tech Brother Tarsus, I am not authorized to immediately arrest / execute the unit, but neither am I authorized to drop the inquiry. There are no apostates among us. The piercing voice from the Vox synth is more overwhelming than Tarsus's thunderous roar. Tech Brother Tarsus and the machine spirit that lived in his battle harness succumbed to the suffering that beset them. Their judgment was rash and erroneous, and now their torment is over. I declare them martyrs and am requisitioning Tarsus Hahnemann's neural augment for the purposes of preserving his blessed memory. So, mechanical or electronic cybernetic substitute for biological limbs or organs. As astonished tech priests look on, Pascal leans over the slain man's body and extracts the augment from his skull. His movements are precise as they are respectful. Let's listen in silence. With each word, Pascal's voice grows more powerful and majestic. You saw the agony your tech brother Tarsus was in. His unbridled, pain-spurred faith intimidated you, yet you were silent. Reverence stopped you from raising your voices to proclaim the machine spirit with which his mind had merged was morbidly afflicted. The imperative of reverence had paralyzed your will, and you watched a tragedy unfold in silence. The sixth universal law states that comprehension is the true path to knowledge, and yet the procedural cycle has robbed you of your comprehension. Therefore, let the cycle be discontinued. There's a long clang as Opticon's knee presses into the floor. Crimson hooded heads are bowed. Let the cycle be discontinued. The radiant voice pouring out of Pascal's visor grows dimmer. Static creeps back into his voice. Let the cycle be discontinued, tech comrades. What's the reason for that act of genuflection? It has been a long time since the words of the Messiah of discontinuing were last spoken, openly / over public communication bans. We respectfully welcome wisdom's return. So he is not forgotten after all. The Master of Discontinuing, is that how you refer to Amarnat? Following Archmagos and Amarnat's partial cessation / removal of the chain of command, that was the authorship attribution on a series of sermons on discontinuing the cycle that were disseminated across the Cognizance fleet. It was, in fact, a title used by many in times past. Is Amarnat's teaching not heretical? This statement is false. Contrary to what many servants of the Omnissiah thought they knew / preferred to believe, this Fleet Supreme Conclave never formulated / issued an official statement on that decision. 37% of the Supreme Conclave's members openly supported Archmagos Amarnat's views and disappeared / were removed from the chain of command under circumstances that were classified. The Supreme Conclave has not had a quorum ever since. Do you know where Amarnat is now? Data unavailable. No reports have mentioned Archmagos Amarnat since the incident on the Arch Mechanicus Hermetico, which led to the presumed destruction / disappearance of that voidship. My archive has no data on the Hermetico incident. Is the vessel which was blessed... Oh, the vessel was the blessed Amarnat's base of operations. It is lost, then. Pascal's voice is filled with anxiety. Were you among his followers? Negative. I had no contact with Archmagos Amarnat and was never a member of his flock / disciples / retinue. However, my analysis of the doctrine he outlined inspired in me deep respect for / trust in him. I presume the conflict between you and Pascal has been resolved? The data received provides a basis for calling the fallen tech brother Tarsus' hypothesis into question. Out of respect / due to lack of authorization to indict / followers of the Omnissiah of the Messiah of Discontinuing, we will not proceed with the detainment / arrest / termination. The Omnissiah knows all, comprehends all. Thank you, Tech Brother Opticon 22. There's one small part I'm not clear on. What just happened? Pascal's vox synth crackles somewhat tentatively. I decided to sustain my words with an excerpt from one of the Blessed Amarnat's sermons on loss of internal and external function, verse 4. My analysis deemed it appropriate. Now the conflict has been resolved, you may remain aboard my ship. Request denied. The Kappa Thread supply line delegation is leaving Darkonus, expresses gratitude for the hospitality / ceasefire, and proclaims its intent to return to Footfall to resume performing its regular functions. The tech priest looks over at Pascal as if waiting for something. Pascal's mechadendrite briefly touches the shoulder of Opticon 22, who bows respectfully. Okay. Loot. Ooh. A new axe. I don't know if it's any good, but it's a new. Let's have a look here. Power sword. Ooh. Okay. Cool. Let's have a look. Is it any good? Omnissiah axe. This one. It is the same weapon. Alright. Cool. Power sword. I mean, I guess I'll have a look here. No. Not really that good, actually. How about for you? Is it... Well, it's not a force sword, so it's not going to be better than your one. Is it better than our ones? No, why do we have green stuff on ours? I guess it's just saying that those are better. Maybe one of the things they added in the patch is they made a lot of things a lot more obvious, as in they were like, this is better. Do you think that's what the plus means on it? Is basically means it's better at the end? I don't know. I have no idea what the plus means on them, but they're not always on them. It's this little plus that's above it on the left. I think there might be a reason to read the patch notes.
Always keep your eye on the prize.
Yeah, I'm thinking so. So yeah, this is the room that was in the tutorial. So there was the beasts here, they break out and they attack you. So basically the same thing here. Okay. Right. Head back. And we have, I think with that, arrived at Darkonus. And Pascal is no longer imprisoned, although he may have caused the revolt to happen in Kiava Gamma. That's interesting. He's definitely got something going on that he can't quite remember all of the time. So I could believe that he has done something heretical. I could definitely believe he's done it. But we're going to have to find the answer out to that some other time, because it's the end of the episode. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.